King, are you getting bored? How are you, King? Hey, Olivia. How are you? Don't ask about me. The answer is the same every day. Let me get the nice stuff out of the way first, and then we do the boring stuff. Well, okay. That's terrible. How dare you? Having birthday. But happy birthday, King. Not more you really a king. We're getting all old. Don't we? But you shared private stuff. That never happened before. He's on top of this freaking tower. Are you kidding me? Yeah. In dog years probably, though. That would be 35. Which would mean I wouldn't be the oldest one. Yeah, let's go. Whoa! Holy crap. Maybe I should actually take out weapons. There are quite a few here. Ah, there are too many. Be careful, I don't have armor. Ooh. You have to invite us to your party. If you ruled over your kingdom for 20 years. That would be rude if you don't invite us. Oh wait, I'm dumb. And or blind. Ow. We are spending nearly every day here. And you don't even have an invitation for us? Not a single one? I'm really disappointed in you, King. Really disappointed. Two, three. 1, 2, 3. Could you just die, please? How dare you? I'm pretty sure we can get some furry costumes or so. We don't, but they don't realize that we are human. Or not dog people. I'm sure we can do that. You really disappoint me, King. I'm pretty sure we would have put your party to another level. But if you just want a boring party with only dogs... I don't care. Right, guys? Don't need king. Can have our own party. And then he is not invited. Dare he have a party without us? Disappointed. I'm so disappointed. But we are spending every single day with this dude. And what do we get from him? What do we get from him? Nothing! Nothing! Not even an invitation to a stupid party. I'm so disappointed.
I know you want to see your little kneeling selves in the corners of these masterpieces.
We have to make our own parties, guys. As it wouldn't kill me. If I wouldn't eat for a party. I could even bring my own food if I want to. That wouldn't be a hindrance. I'm pretty sure we would all be happy to come to your party, even if we can't eat there. Besides, I have seen dogs getting better food than I serve myself. So... And if you're the king, then that would be probably a pretty high-grade party with a lot of good beef. And steaks. And other high-quality meat. As long as you're not a vegetarian, we should find something. Are you telling me that you're too cheap to get good food? And you just like get canned dog food for your own royal party? Yes, that would be really sad. We can just take disguises. I already told you. I'm pretty sure we could find some fairy costumes to put on. No one would ever notice. But what's with Olivia? It's not that you'd not invite... You're not even inviting anybody. It's not like you have to invite everyone, but you're not even inviting Olivia or so. I thought you were close friends with her. Yeah, just a second ago you said something different. Instead I still bleach that a furry costume would be enough. If I might quote a serious... You're throwing way too many lore into this thing now, thing. It's getting a bit too much. But Bob is separate from the Shadowrun, so now you have a problem. You have to connect the two lores, which are not existing like that. So what are you? Either against Shadowrun people or against Bob supporters? And then it would be really racist. Sexist? Racism? I don't know. But you just exclude people because they believe on something different.
Garnish you in the finest style available.
It's honestly pretty bad. But Bob is not in the Shadowrun lore. Didn't we say that there might be a character named Bob, but not like this almighty being Bob? Didn't we say something along those lines? Come on, I have high-level assassins. Could I maybe put a level 6 in here? No. Bad. But where's your party? That's the important question. Is your party in the Shadowrun? No, in the Boblore area, or? But that is really, really mean and like an old way of seeing things. To exclude people just because they believe in something different. That is not okay behavior, King. As a king, you should go forward and show your people how to be open to other beliefs and other races and other... I don't know what else there is, I have no clue. Because I do not care about any of this. Too hard. Come on, attend the banquet. Look, I even sent one of my assassins to you. So they can attend your banquet. So they can show you that we are able to be trusted. Fail. We're not gonna execute Bob King. We already had this discussion. You can't execute something that gets resurrected over and over and over again. Didn't we? Oh. I'm even arguing with you at this point. I know you're wrong and I know you won't listen no matter what I say. And I'm way too lazy to worry about it.
Nice a bit of work.
This is absolutely unnecessary. And because Coin does all the thinking work for this lore and I'm too lazy. There we go. Easy. That should be my last assassin that I need.
That was too close.
Oh, by the way, King. Have you seen the art attacks I got? Have you or haven't you? It's really important. You have to tell me. Like the most important thing ever. And what do you think? Is it amazing?
That will do quite well, yes? Addio.
Isn't it the best thing you have ever seen? I still want to scream every time I use my phone. Just pretty cool. It is mind-blowing good. It's like the best thing that I've ever seen. It's like everything I ever imagined and so much more. Okay, I explain you. Let me really quick open the site. I can't show you what I'm working on right now. Because I don't have it on my laptop. So, Guard Fight. It's a yearly event starting on July the 1st, which you could call an art trading game or an art gifting game. You put in one of two teams and you attack each other. You can also do friendly fire, but that gives less points. But that's just more like a gimmick to make it a bit more fun, like get the people motivated. I don't even know who right now is leading. Ah, the werewolves are still leading. What's vampire catched up? The whole gimmick of the game is that either you go to the Discord or you go here to random character or so, and you find some other artists. In the best case, someone who's participating. I made the mistake, and the last one I actually attacked without being in the revenge was not participating this year. So yay, a lot of work down the drain. And you just like choose a random one that you like and attack them. Attack means that you go ahead and draw the character, like the character you choose. You have completely freedom. I have to make 2 full bodies, one without background, one with background. I had just a headshot here. I just can't draw human faces. Just can't. They always look weird. And you get different points depending on how much you did. This pointing is you give yourself, but after it ends, people will go ahead and look over it and make sure that you gave you the right points. So that will change. When you got attacked, or when you attack someone, they might decide to revenge it. Which means they draw one of your characters, which in my case is just this one. And it's like all about like to like get inspiration for drawing, to draw each other's character, to just have a bit of fun. In my case, I tried to learn. Here, for example, I tried to make a patterned background, which I think it's too much over here. I should have left the stripes away, so the beds are standing out a bit better. Or, for example, here I did my first ever background. And it's very simple, but I really like the lightning coming from this picture, especially this one, even though I have here a little mistake. For me, it's especially just about learning. I try to learn in every new picture. I try to do something new. Here I tried to do actually like a pose, like a bit more dynamic one. Supposed to sit, I probably had to make it a bit shorter to let it more pop or so. But yeah, I try to learn in every attack something new. That's like my goal. But different people have different goals. And as you see, you can go very simplified, like this one. That's pretty simple. I love it. It's just cute. It's pretty simple. That gave like 16 points because it's like unshaded, no background, nothing. But it doesn't give so much points. If you make even a simple background, you get like 40 points or so. 50 points for the same thing. This one is one of the things which you get a lot of extra points later on, because it has a polish tag, which means the artist spent a lot of time on it. And you just see it. And it's just a really nice thing that you can use to like in this time, people pump out attacks and defenses. They draw like pictures after pictures, depending of if they're drawing full time, then they're actually doing like multiple defenses over a couple of days, pulling out like 20 attacks per week or something. People who doesn't do it as full time obviously do less. It's just really a nice game, and I really like it because, first of all, I'm biased. Like a year ago, I was actually desperate finding someone to draw my character. If I would have known that, I would have just tried it last year and hoped. I'm honest. But for me now, it's like, it's a good opportunity to learn. Like, I studied this picture, for example, so often. Like, every day I have it on my background for my phone, and I'm just studying the strokes and everything. Trying to figure out what does it makes look good. Like, I don't know what's wrong with my faces. I just don't get it. I like split the head in 3 parts and everything, but somehow it's always, you know, it looks kind of weird. This one doesn't look weird. I mean, even if you zoom in, like, sometimes you see, I don't think it was in this one because that's actually pretty clean. But you see in other pictures, I have seen like also like drawing errors, but it just doesn't look so sharp. So I just take the chance and like study all of the drawings and help to figure out what makes mine look so wrong. For example, I realized in this one that Alien Override used different brush strokes, like thickens. Like she has, she, it, I don't know. This is important for this person if you have this just standing there. Nope, it does not stand here. So it's not important. Like for example here the thinner lines and here the thicker lines. Normally if I do thicker thinner lines, then I'm only doing it like on the outside. But they have, God, I hate the pronouns. In the hairs, for example, there are thicker and thinner strokes. And I try to study all of that. Or for example, I thought this would be lightning at first, but then I realized it's just a skin tone. And I also tried to figure out how, like here, you see, it's not the same skin color. I have no clue how they made it. But they're like 4 different colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. At least that's what I count. And yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things I'm stuck on the most. That and proportions, because my faces are always fucking off. But I have somewhat my line art now under control. But this one is just so amazing. And I actually think about looking up if they do commissions to get another one of these, maybe. After the art fight ends, I'm honest. I never wanted to do ask someone for a commission to do, because from my perspective, if I train for something long enough and I can achieve it at some point, I won't waste money. But I just really love their style, and it's so awesome. So yeah, I go ahead and study like this pictures for hours a day, trying to find every secret nook and cranny, and you can figure out on this. I even thought about tracing it and like just try to color it in the same way as they did to figure out how the shading works. Not sure if that's something that I can achieve, but I thought I'd try it out. Yeah, probably. The thing is, I actually think that if you look on the other attacks, like, this person took so much. Here, there's one other where she puts a bit of effort in, but even here, look at the hand. They're not the same. They're just not the same. You look at all the other attacks she did. The rendering is always good, but it's just not the same work they put in. Yeah, and I don't know why. I don't know. I kept saying sis. Look at the crappy line art. Look at the crappy legs. I was like, It was like the first one, and I was so scared. I more or less just just copied the ones they had. And I didn't saw like a ton of errors I made. I don't know why. I don't know why. And they didn't even attack one of the ones they featured. Didn't even attack one of those featured characters. The character I drew is like down here, one of the last ones they wants to have drawn. Oh, I just realized they also have a few demons. Maybe that's why. But yeah. I don't know why Joji, Mama Snake, alias Alien Override put so much work into mine, but I love it. I could just stare at it all the time. I'm even thinking about putting it in my desktop background, if I'm honest. I just want to stare at it. It's my own character. I know how my character looks like, but I just want to stare at it. Do nice looking people feel like that if they look in the mirror? Or narcissistic people, I don't know. People who love themselves so much that they just want to look in the mirror all the time and like, you know, the like TV shows. They just really enjoy the picture of themselves so much, I don't know. I just love staring at this picture. I even think about removing my bed logo and using this one. Probably just the headshot, because for more it would probably be too small. But that's the nice thing, you can't even zoom in and the lines are still clean, and I love it. But yeah, now you know the idea behind the Art Fight King. And I got distracted again. I really think it's just a really nice idea to first of all strengthen, like get like in connection with other artists, learn a lot, and like learn from people who have more experience. And especially if you are not very good like I am, it's really nice to see your own characters being drawn in a like great in a way that you're actually able to recognize them. Not ruined by your drawing skills. But I now draw another one of her characters because I don't think it's fair they put so much work into my OC. I just want to give a bit back. I'm not as good as they are, but I tried to make another one, just a headshot this time. But I tried to put more, try to figure a bit more about shading so I can like pay it back. That's at least my goal. I don't know if it will work. Then. Wait, guys, give me a second. Woohoo! I'm really not used that people want stuff from me. I have never shaded like this in my entire life. Like all I did was a bit of like lightning. Oh god, my avatar is completely out of control. And even then, like the most basic lightning. And I cannot reset my avatar. Great. Could you? Thank you. Set position. You change the lightning. I thought it was a good idea to place the lightning like this. Maybe. How about like this? I don't know. I was playing around with the lightning for the model. I just want to pay Alien Overrate back. I have no clue how, so I just try my best. I really have to look her up, them up. I might get another one of these. And like I said, I really like the art style. It's not like anime art style, but it's also not super realistic. And I struggle with like planning to having way too much detail and then being struck down by it. That's probably also why I chose I will just ask. But after the whole art fight is over, so it's not that much of stress. You couldn't just go on art fight. I have all the social links there. But yeah. I will see. If not, then it's completely fine, I guess. I already have a beautiful picture, right? But I thought I might just try it. And if not, I will just try to study how Alien Override draws and like look what I can maybe apply for myself. So I don't overcomplicate stuff all the time. That's exactly what I want to do, and like hacking in the worst case, I just have to wait a year to the next art fight. I don't expect that she will draw the same character again in the same art fight, no matter how often I would attack. Oh wait, then you're sure that it's a she, because I just assume and try not to do it so often. Maybe I can learn one or the other thing. Okay, good. After being that out of the way, I'm not stumbling over my sentences anymore. So it's just like, if she doesn't do commissions, or I decide against commissions, and probably even if she does commissions, I will probably try to analyze her stuff a bit more. Just not to like copy her style, but like to find the middle way for myself. Because like all I normally see is like either the hyper realistic things, for which I really do not have the patience, like at all. Or anime style, which is like really. I mean, sure, I like watching animes and reading mangas, but that does not mean that that would be the art style I would like the most. If you know what I mean. Well, that's probably just if you have like, if you found like your art style, it just looks right. Probably. I don't know. I have no clue what I do while drawing. I have no clue about proportions and other stuff. I have no clue at all. I'm just like trying to let it look good, and most of the time I fail. Especially with humanoid characters. Could you please? Thank you. And yeah. Now you see what arts fight is and you understand what the beauty is. That's the most important thing in my opinion. Because I think that the concept is really awesome. Ooh, Rome Global Economy Silver Medal. Great. And like I hope that I might find some people I can connect to, maybe I can learn from. That's like also my goal. Like getting better, getting practice, and maybe finding some people that give me some pointers every once in a while, or just like a bit help or so. I don't know. At least in my opinion, learning to draw is really weird. Like, learning to crochet, for example, is like, just make sure that you know that you can't count and you have to redo stuff over and over again. Learn how to have a consistent strength on the yarn and everything is good. Takes maybe a couple of days of practice. But then it's just like something about do it over and over again, right? If you program, it's just like follow the rules. If you follow the rules, nothing can go wrong. The only reason something might get wrong is because stupid companies have all the time a different way to address their hardware. Stuff like that. Annoyances, but it's the same. You just write a line of code. If you... I don't know, what else could we take as a hobby? What other hobbies are out there? I don't know about bow and arrow, but I just picked it up and I did it right according to the master. The only thing I have to learn is how to aim. Like at a really specific location. I hit the target out of instinct, which that's kind of cool, but kind of useless if you wanna, you know, get better in aiming. If you play computer games, it's all about like getting it more or less into your muscle memory, because most of the time you do not have time to think about it that much if you do anything competitive, right? So you just repeat the same actions over and over again. Which is the reason why I'm bad at it, because I play rarely a game twice. I never learn how to get good in a game. Games for me always have to change. Does anyone have another hobby I can use as an example? I mean, I think I had a couple of examples, but There might be more examples. If anyone knows one. What else example would there be? Nope. Reading, you don't really need practice after like 2nd grade taking. How do I get up there, honestly? Oh, I can climb up here. And that looks great. I think you guys get my point. Like, drawing is just something, sure, you have to do it over and over and over again, but you also have to study so much, like, besides the actual drawing. Hey, load. So, even if you, like, practice it all the time, what I actually try to do, you might not get better at all, because you never studied how the human body works, or you just don't understand how light and shadow works, and so everything will just continue to look off. They really am amazed by what other people do. Hey Elliot, did you saw the art attack I got? The attack on art fight, did you see it? Or can I show it off to you? Because I want to show it off to everybody because it's so beautiful. Okay, okay. It is by Alien Override. And look at that. Oh, wait, that's my avatar. That's it's in small. Look at that. Everything worked? Yes. Look at that, Elliot. For 3 days. No, for 2 days? Ever since I got it, I'm just like, have you seen it? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? I have to show everyone. It is so awesome. Put so much effort in it. And it just looks so great. And I love it so much. And I can use it as long as I get credit and don't make money from it. I got another one which is more cuter and I also love, but I'm sorry, I'm not loving it as much. Especially that's what I went in with that. I attacked her with that and got that back. It's like, oh, so in heaven. I'm so in heaven. Got another one which looks also pretty cool. More like cutesy style. And I'm really sorry, but I like that one's just so much more. This one is good too, by Cat Noir. The watermarked it no other way. I want to use it as a profile picture here maybe, but that one is just on another level. It's not a vampire. Which vampire does have horns and wings, and which you don't see in either of the pictures? Wait, let me get my crappy reference sheet out. A tail. And yes, that's what I went in. The only decent drawing at the entire picture is this eye. That's what I did and went in. And that's what I got out. I'm in love. Can you be in love with a picture? Because of yes, I am. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. I love it so. Yeah. The polished one. Stop it. Now no one can say anymore that my OC is a human, because that is clearly not a human. And I'm just happy. I am in love, I'm in love. I love this picture so much. Not in that way. Idiot. That's just weird. Besides, body pillows, I think, are really creepy. I had a friend who had some. I just thought they were really very weird, and I was sleeping on the couch, and there were like a few, and I was like, let me go to the other side of the couch and sleep there. I don't know, it just freaked me out. I do not know why. As you see, it's not an ice demon or a witch for Christmas, obviously. But go ahead. Not much better. Yeah, that's more like, I hear it's like a Santa Claus for them. December's Christmas or something. Something. I don't know. But it's not that. It's just a name that I had once for a tabletop character, but somehow just sticked around with me. I even found a game in which I've named myself the first time that a while ago. It was kind of cool to see like the first Befana, and then I realized I have this aesthetic with the red and black way longer than I realized. I don't know when I started with red and black. I have no clue. But it's longer than I have this name for myself. I have like literally no clue. I don't know why I chose that color combination. I don't know when I chose it. I don't know anything. Weird thing, my sister was actually red and I was like yellow, assigned by my parents. I really do not understand why I have, yeah, red and black now. At this point in time, I wasn't even like online much, like at all. All I was doing at the time I discovered this color combination was like looking for tutorials how to code and reading fanfic and play a horse game. I have absolutely no clue how I ended up with this combination. Actually, I just love this combination. Caesar has called one of his chief tacticians back to Roma. He is valuable as that, so the captain general has provided a horse and then I suspect neither will be a problem, Niccolo. So, yeah. Horsey, could you not please a dumbass? Be a bit quicker. I only have 2 minutes. First I have to find the target. There we go. I knew that all my classmates hated me for the red and black combination. There we go. Because every website I made has like red and black as colors. And they had all to deal with it. They hated me so much for it because they were so... so much. Now I know it's better if you don't use like pure red and pure black. But I did not know that in the beginning though. It was like a really fully saturated dark red, like the blackest black you can make on a PC. It really does not look good. Come on, that's like... Thank you. They hated me for it. And I know why. But I still love this combination and I continue using it even though everyone else hated me for it. Besides, if they didn't help me with making the website, they're not allowed to complain about my color choices. Honestly. It's not like that I knew what I was doing there. I was just widely guessing and praying that everything works. Oh, yeah. I still don't know how to use the damn parachute. That's a problem. But it was funny times back then. I had no clue about anything about PCs when I first started the apprenticeship. The only thing I knew about PCs was how to put it on and how to start a video game. I was really bad at this time. Like, now I make dumb choices like jumping down here because I'm too lazy to walk around or something. But back then I was like, my main strategy in Skyrim was running into a cave blindly with 2 swords. Without healing items and then wondering why I can't defeat that boss.
They are poisoned. You question him as well. Why don't you fear his wrath?
And like the Assassin's Creed fighting style here was like really hard for me. Like I barely managed to block.
Your vows keep you from acting.
So
Seek another to do what you will not.
Please understand, I cannot kill.
So
But I can. Where
yeah,
is the store?
I was really bad at, like, I was not bad, I was blind. I was just running in to anything without any plan. I still do that often, but now I have like some basic set of strategies you can use. Like, for example, check how many enemies you have, or know how to block and stuff. I didn't had that back then, and my mother just threw me into the apprenticeship for developer and system integration, and yeah, I didn't have much to say about it. So my teachers always had to go ahead and yep, exactly. The teachers always had to, like, and I had nice teachers, I was lucky, who actually did that, but they always had to explain stuff to me in, like, with a real life situation. For example, how storage works. Let it be SSID, HDD. I think it was HDD actually. Where we talked about, and I was like, what the fucking hell are you talking about? And they, like, described it using pancakes and the real life storage system. Oh, I think I got the wrong one. There we go. It should be red. While other people in my class were like Python specialists, and well, 50 minutes later we talked about STDs, so and had like some like in the first year they get like contact to some customers and like was working on the projects alone, while I was just like sitting in a corner reading fanfics because no one cared for the people who don't know how to program. At least that was in my year like this. They changed it over the 3 years I was there. They changed a lot, and like the next year everyone got like some basic programming. Courses how to make a light shine or stuff like that. I still have no clue how to use it. I have no clue about hardware at all. I know where the power button is and that I probably should remove the dust every once in a while from my PC, especially because I have very, very dusty animals. But I never got teach like the hardware stuff. And the software stuff I had to somehow pick together while keeping it somehow up with what everybody else was learning, because I would just skip like the beginner courses. That's why I'm pretty bad at like actually talking about it, because I never learned the lingo. You might say so. And I struggle like getting basic stuff done. Because I just never had like the time to actually learn the basic stuff. I just like got thrown into the, how you said, deep end, and just had to somehow keep up with everybody else who knew a lot more than I did. I still had a lot of fun there, so. But I also wish I would have taken more time to like teach the people who didn't know how to write code already. I still got third place in my class on the final exam, so perfect example of how is it called? Fake it till you make it. I still struggle a lot on like basic stuffs. Oh, I'm not allowed to get detected. Fuck. But at least, yeah.
Give, and it shall be given to you.
At least I kinda know what to do.
You deal out to others. It will be dealt to you in return.
Not very well, but
Our insightful work.
I know something.
You live by. Yet brother Ristoro, speak at
Until I know more, I will just do it again. Fake it till you make it. At least that's what I want to do if I ever get the chance to work in a development job again. Anytime. Hopefully. And maybe at some point I learn the lingo and people stop underestimating me. That would actually be really great. Because I'm so sick about people telling me that I don't know stuff. And that they know the stuff better than I do. Just because I don't know the fancy words to express what I want to say. Is there any way to go in there? Double sorting? What do you try to tell me? I have a picture in mind to this bird, but I'm not sure. As always. I have a funny video in mind to this bird. Where they were sorting numbers. Looking for the next biggest one. Like, look which was the biggest one and then switch positions. So the smallest one is on the left and did it over and over again. And they had the same thing going on. Like on the lower bildschirm it was like just bars sorted in different lengths. Ah, okay. And around the top part of the screen, it just had some sort of some people like dancing around with numbers. It was pretty funny, honestly. Thank you. I don't know who you are. That was memorable. One of the big mysteries I really want to know is how to make any AI. I mean, I can figure out how to make a memory AI because there's not much. You put it in an array and you tell her either if you know it, make a chance, like 50-50, you get it or you don't get it, or you always get it right if you already have seen the card. You can make different percentages. Let's do that one right there then. But how like an AI detect that, I don't know, a colleague programmed a strategy game like before we even started. Like the apprenticeship was 3 years, but I actually spent 4 years in this company. Like the 4th year was like, hey, is that job right for me? And he programmed a damn strategy game. And I could never figure out how it worked. He like, it's really easy, and he wanted to even make a 3D game. but scrap this idea later. And I'm like, I did a memory. I'm so proud. I made a memory game. Well, that's like one of the things I really want to learn at some point. Or how, example, the detection bar works here in Assassin's Creed. How do they see me? How does the enemy see me? There's so much stuff that other people and my classmates like, that is like basic stuff you should know if you're learning how to be a developer. And I like just skip that entirely and have still no idea how it works. 7 years later or so. Oh damn, yeah, it is 7 years later and I still have no clue how it works. Oh, great. So, yeah.
Now I can get back up here.
It's a bit depressing if you think about it, actually. I mean, I know a few principles. Like...
If I fall, that will aid me.
I don't know. I don't know anything off the top of my head. Like that their self-learning AI is just do try and error. But how the hell does the AI knows? How does it start? How does any of these works? I have no clue. And I really want to know. Exactly. Neural networks, thank you. That's the lingo I couldn't think of. And I don't know. Let me check real quick if you know this YouTuber. Nope. Yeah, Code Bullet. This dude is like writing AIs for a ton of games, and he tries to do a lot of bullshit. Be quiet, I don't want to get copyright. Destroyed Donkey Kong with AI, deep reinforced learning. AI learns how to walk. Turned Pac-Man into a VR horror game. Destroying Guitar Hero with an auto clicker. AI learns how to fly as a flying simulator. Using AI to dominate nerds and Tetris, but in my opinion is still the most nerdy thing you can do, using an AI to destroy nerds and Tetris. Creating the perfect connect for AI. He doesn't have many wits, sadly. Well, there's not much to look at it. Only 55 videos. But it's really nice and he's explaining it a lot. But like I know the principle behind it. You know it, him too. But I still don't know how. You know? It's like, I know the principle, but how do I get it in code? What do I have to do? That is why I want to learn game development, to study game development if I ever have the chance to actually go studying. Which at the moment looks like an unreachable dream for me. And I can be happy if I get a developing job at some point in my career. kidding me? Why are you falling down there? Like, my brain right now is like in a weird... I have a life and you guys expect from me to be online every once in a while, you know? I have the feeling I do not have time to watch a video with so many hours. I cannot even read the number without... Wait, let me... 137,452,120 hours. A number that's so big that I can't read it without, like, covering a part of the number. To split it in segments is probably out of my reach. And the problem is, for this, I can't do anything for myself a lot. That's my biggest problem. That's why I love the art fight that much, because I do stuff for other people, so I have like actually something like I can trick my brain and practice drawing. I would need something similar for coding, and I know that they're coding competitions too, but this is just too less time, I think, for someone who has never done it before. I was thinking about it, especially after I realized how easy the mechanics behind FNAF are. I mean, actually, most of the stuff is just, you have a random number from 1 to 20 and everything else is like fancy graphics. You have 5 random numbers. 1 to 20, for every of this number you have another threshold, and depending on that, a character moves into an array further ahead or not. Some of the character might have the opportunity to choose between 2 ways, where you just use a random generator 50-50. But the fancy graphics is like what puts me off there a bit. And the thing that I'm not doing it for myself, that I do it for myself. Like, my brain is weird a lot. The only reason I can keep up streaming is because there are people watching it. Sometimes more, sometimes less, and my dream is that there are way more at some point. But I like to do it for other people. Coding a fan game? I don't know what the chances is that they make noises that were not in the analyst in the video I seen analyzing FNAF 4, because I looked at a video how to beat FNAF 4 without sound, because you probably remember I had so big trouble to recognize the footsteps when they come, or the breathing. I actually looked up how to beat that game without sound. That's how I know that. But yeah. As I said, my brain is weird. I cannot really do something for myself. Hey, Benjamin. I'm very good at doing stuff for other people. Like, for example, last Friday on where I was not streaming, someone told me if I clean my kitchen, he will make bubble tea for the next time. And the next day I cleaned my kitchen. It It's not clean anymore, but I cleaned the kitchen because I wasn't doing it for me. I did it because I promised I would do it to another person. Well, you're here as long till your sister comes, and then I will tell her the secret, so she will come to you again and torture you more. Oh, Benjamin. Yeah. That's my biggest problem, honestly, that I'm not able to do anything that I want to learn. Oh, speaking of the devil, I have to tell you a secret.
Route up if I fall.
Your brother lied to you about something really important, and I have to tell you. It's very important. You want to hear it? Yeah, secret. It's just a bit of pain. Society brought it up to himself, so. Should I spill the beans? Okay, you remember the anime you watched yesterday? With Benjamin? Which he said he hates so much. Well, that's a lie. It's his favorite show. So you watched his favorite show with him instead, the one he hates. I'm really sorry to tell this to you. It must be really painful that Benjamin just lied to you like that. Yep, his favorite. I did. And I have no clue where I'm supposed to go. Oh wait, there you are. And how exactly does that help me? Question mark. Maybe if I climb up again. I mean, I have to help him getting healthy again. Well, yeah. He was very happy that you watched his favorite show with him. That's why he came to me and bragged about it. I think I'm helping a lot. It's just a matter of perspective. Maybe I have to jump down and redo everything. I think I'm helpful. You need a good relationship, you two. And if there's a lie in your relationship, that would be very bad. You don't want to have to lie in your relationship, right? Lies are always ruining it. So, where did we were? Okay. Ah, you lucky boy. You lucky boy. Oh. look, you just need something in common. And if you're done with JoJo, or with Death Note, you could watch Black Butler, which is also a very good one. Whoa! That is a way to open a door?
Amen.
I couldn't say it better, Ezio. It would not be torturing him. He really likes Black Butler, but it's a really good one. And there's soon a new season, so... Oh, what means soon? Next year. So if you, like, want to long out his pain, you could switch between JoJo and Black Butler. So he never knows if you will torture him or if you will look something good with him. So the pain, if he actually gets tortured, is way worse. Because that's how you train dogs, according to Black Butler. Ooh, and if you want to torture him, let him watch Black Butler Season 2, because that thing is just trash. I'm not sure. Alert, I'm not sure. I have to admit, like, Black Butler is like the series I grew up with. It's even more depressing that I know that here are people who are younger than the series. But, that's so nice of you. Bellamy, I think you missed the beginning of the conversation. Yesterday, Benjamin tricked Brad into thinking that he hates Death Note, and so they watched Death Note instead of JoJo. So... Ooh, nice. I'm sorry, but I have the knowledge, and I have to share it with the world. Please don't ask me how I know this knowledge, because I have no clue. Maybe my childhood wasn't that good. Maybe I had a bad childhood. Yeah, hi, Bellamy. I think Bellamy saw it yesterday. The OC. So I can show it up. Oh, Benjamin and Brad, did you two see my OC? From Art Fight, the drawing I got? I'm just helping out. If not, I have to show you guys. Good idea. Good idea. Okay, okay. I have someone else that can show it off. Are you ready, guys? Do you want to see the best drawing I ever got of my OC? Are you hyped? Are you ready? I have no clue how to hype up a crowd, so I'm just repeating that. I hope you're ready, because there it is. Look at this beauty. Benjamin, look at this beauty. That doesn't only look good. It's awesome. No, no, I'm innocent with... Wait. Look, I'm innocent. I'm completely innocent. Look, see, don't you see this beautiful smile? Those flushed cheeks. I'm innocent. Well, that's about you to choose. I say so much. This one is my new background for my phone.
Are you proud to wear those colors?
And I spent like half an hour early on the stream to analyze the picture. Something I did already the entire day. She's not evil. She just has fun in her own way. Nope. Still no clue how to use a parachute. Exactly. Beside, guys, I could not harm a single fly. I mean, I do it all the time, Bellamy, so yeah, I can. Preferable after I got this chest. Anyway. I love both drawings. Where were we left? Oh yeah. Brad, if you're still here, and if you have time tomorrow under the day, I could show you how to make a more efficient wheat farm. If you wanna know. Wheat. Everyone knows what I mean, but everyone wants to bully me for that. With that, I'm pretty sure there are mods who allow you that. But not on Hypixel, that's for sure. Don't see anybody. I did a lot of times. Like I pressed all buttons that I use to interact normally with the world. And I just can't seem to figure it out. Well, as far as I know, most of public servers had to shut down if they used gun or drug mods. Oops. Oops. Not what I wanted. Oh wait, this time it worked. Never mind. Oh, I see. Oh, I am almost smart. I figured out how to use a parachute. I was clicking the buttons, like it was clicking left and right because I can never remember which is left and which is right. And the one is closing and the other one is open. So the game didn't do anything. Great, I am smarty pants. Hey, normally I have wings, I don't need a parachute. Okay? I don't know how to use it. Guess what? Do you need a parachute if you have wings? Tell me. What would a winged creature need a parachute? To die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. I don't know for what this was now. For winged creatures who use a parachute or for me being dumb? And you accidentally summoned Olivia. Well, she said she went ahead and farmed wheat, though she might have closed Switch. Well, if it would be longer, it would be copyrighted. As long as you don't pay the fee and make every 3 streams a new account for me and transfer somehow all the follower and subs to the new account. Nope. It's supposed to be that short. Ooh, 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 whoa. Ooh, that was a close call. I can't always fly. I have wings. Do I have to show you again? Look, here are the wings. Or the one wing you see from this perspective. Wing. 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 Wings. 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 Yeah, I'm on my way. Wings. Wings. I know my drawing is not good. That's why I have a lot of stuff written here. Like a lot. Like a lot. Claws. Like the wings actually would be pretty good if I wouldn't. Like I can draw good wings, but I never like draw them like around the body. So I was pretty struggling with that, like a lot. And I think I got it pretty decent. I only have like one like thing in it, which is a bit bad. There should be more, but I wouldn't know. Probably be like this or so. I couldn't figure it out. Nothing? Which dagger? I haven't seen a dagger. Look at the beautiful mask. It's just trash. Ah, no dagger. There's no dagger on my ankle. Look. No dagger on my ankle. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no clue what you're talking about. No. There's no dagger. Look, no dagger. No, there's not. There's no dagger. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I go down. No dagger. Okay, other leg. Ah, this was Roblox. Ah, fuck. No dagger. There's no dagger. I don't know what you're talking about. Nope, nope. There's no dagger. Okay, you wanna go down? Here, no dagger. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. You have to... I don't know. Olivia, are your shadow friends playing games with them? I don't know which daggers they're talking about. Here, guys. Are you happy now? Besides, there's so much more that you could say, and what's like with the super obvious claws, or the horns, or the tails, or the more claws, and the more claws, and the claws like everywhere. And you go like for the dagger. But what? Look! You have to protect herself. Look at the smile. She has to protect herself from evil people. She's innocent. Can't you see that? Well, you can't really choose how you're born, can you? Yeah, you can't choose how you're born. Yeah, she needs... It's way easier to defend yourself with a tool. Because it's like actually hurting someone with your own hands is way harder than using a tool of any kind. Most people, if they really want to, could cut you with a dagger or so. But if you try to hit someone, you have to actually learn to aim behind that person's face, because our mind is restricting us to hit someone else. So normally if you like any sort of fighting sport or something, you learn to aim behind that person, because if not, you would not use your full strength. And you don't have that problem if you use tools. What the hell? That's a lot. That's like a lot. He has to spend a lot of time farming enchanted hayballs. Maybe I should hire her to take over my account while I'm trying to get an entire stack of tightly tied hayballs. Yes? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I still love that picture so much more. I don't know how she did do that. And Bellamy, I tell you everything. If you ask me something, and it's not something like super private, like where do you live or so, I will tell you. And I don't know how she did that. If I would know, I would do it, because I need that much. Ask away if you want to ask something. I'm not stopping you from asking questions. I'm as innocent as I can be. I'm too lazy to follow this person. None? First my parents, now chat. What am I like giving away that people think I would kill them? Rodney, huh? What do I give away? Yeah, go away. I scroll again. Chat instead of map. Come on, guys. Well, more like 4 million grown-ups and 6 million babies, but... What is with that drawing? I really should send you... let me look something. I think I warn you, it's cliche, but you might want to read that one. You might enjoy it. Please keep in mind that I sometimes have to use very primitive words, like pimples, to describe something because I do not know the appropriate English word. And do not bully me for that decision, okay? Let me just scroll up a bit. I think it was before the drawing. Here. You might enjoy it, I'm not sure. Oh wait, that doesn't work probably. There we go. You might especially enjoy the chapter. I had to sadly destroy the wings, the run, and the changes. I'm very creative with name giving for chapters. I really should continue that story and delete everything out with Eva's in it, because I don't have access to his story anymore. So more or less you can ignore the second part. Ignore. Yeah. You might enjoy it. I think my teacher was a bit shocked, and Coin too. I don't really know why, but I'm pretty proud of the story. It was meant to be a background story for a lore server, but it's more or less the same story for the character overall. just without the broken wings. And like the second part. You're all, I think, too new to know the story. Yeah, you are all too new. Are you kidding me? Anyway, very proud of it. But yeah, Elliot, what's just a drawing where it looks like you're ripping out someone's heart? What do you want to tell me about that drawing? You have to finish your sentence, if not I don't know what you're trying to talk about. And oh, you say that's why anyone would. But this drawing is new, you know. I can tell you a funny story. Okay, funny, it depends on your opinion. A therapist would probably not shocked, but like maybe shocked. I don't know the right word. Not shocked, but something pretty similar to shocked. When I grow up, there were two things I was not allowed to... Oh god. I would need that mutton. I need the sheep pet and I don't have sheep at all. Oh, before you sell the mutton, make the husbandry sack. If you haven't. If you have so much in mutton. So there were two things I was not allowed as a child. Fire and knives. My two smaller siblings at some point, they got a knife to like carve wood. But I didn't get a knife till I was 16, 17, something like that. And fire was like a big no-go. Like I was not allowed to do anything with fire. And I don't know why. Because at the point I remember... Oh, I don't have enough money. Damn, I have to go to the bank. I never did anything bad, especially with a knife. Because why would I? Knives are dangerous, you know? And I'm not very... I would say bright. No, but candles on Christmas times and stuff. That... like, yeah, candles on Christmas time. That's all. Or birthday candles. Or if we had like experiments in school where you would use a candle and then put a cup on top and you have like water around it and you would see how the water rises. Because a candle is sucking up the oxygen. That was also no-goes. And I'm not the sibling that nearly burned down the entire house because I thought it would be funny to put Deo on a lamp. And, you know, the lamps got pretty hot when I was a child. So my sister nearly burned down the place. But I was the one who was not allowed near fire or knives. That is a lot of money. So, I can't remember when it started, like when my family didn't, like was so scared from me having a knife. I don't know when it started, I don't know why it started, but at some point, child me realized it. And when child me realized it, that my sister's terrified as soon as I have a knife in my hand. Child me did what every child would do and played with that. After that point, I would have understood that they're, at least my siblings are scared when I have a knife in my hand, because I like chased her through the apartment until she locked herself in the toilet. Funnily, I never got punished for that. If I think back, that's kind of weird, actually. But she was terrified of the thought that I have a knife in my hand before that incident, and I have no clue why, and so are my parents. I have like really no clue why. Small me grew up with the knowledge that everyone is terrified as soon as I have a knife in my hand. I don't know why. And it was her own fault, Benjamin, because she made it a game for me with running away. I was just cleaning out the dishwasher with her, but she walked away, not very calmly, when I had the bread knives in my hand, where we used like to cut bread. I was a child. It was a game. It was funny because she ran away. I never hurt her. And I wouldn't have even done it if she wasn't already terrified of the thought that I had a knife in my hand, which is the weird part. Because my parents were the same. They never gave me a knife. Till I was 16 or so. I don't know what they saw in me. I mean, nowadays I would like say, okay, I know a lot of weird stuff, which you already commented on it today more than once. But that's just my brain, who, out of some weird reason, remembers stuff like that if I read it once in a book. Do you want to know some other really weird fun fact? Or not fun fact? If you are ever on the battlefield out of some weird reason, and not like in a battlefield today where like the ambulance and the helpers are allowed to go everywhere and they can help you in a few minutes. More like an actual battlefield where you have to wait. And probably even if it's on a nowadays battlefield, if someone's like takes a knife and cut opens your stomach area and your guts are lying out, the worst thing you can do is like trying to put them in again. I don't know why I know. I actually know why I know it. I read it in a book. In a book my grandmother gave me. Because in medieval times, or in the fantasy setting of this time, you couldn't have been saved. At least not in time. If you probably would have got to the ambulance station, like the second it happened, you could probably have been saved. But no way that that would have happened on the battlefield. So, what? It was a book about orcs fighting humans. It stood in a book called The Blood Orcs, okay? And it was like the first chapter and my grandmother gave it to me, okay? Even though she denies it. That she ever had this book. Probably after realizing what she gave me to read. I could tell you you what's the best thing to do if that happens, but I'm not sure if that's so good to say on Twitch, so I won't say it. Besides, I don't want to gross you guys out. Not more than I already had. And I don't know why I remember stuff like that. Just to remember. I've never actually hurt someone. The worst thing I did is actually like kicking my classmates if they annoy me, but they like kicked back. So that was, I don't know, the language in my class just. It's the same thing with bow and arrow. I have no clue how I know how to use a bow and arrow, but I just know how to use it. Same goes for basic principle on how to use a sword, even though it was just plastic noodles. So, I don't know. Don't hate me because of that. You asked. I'm just being honest, guys. Can't be mean now, just because I was honest. Yeah, when the first time I got the bow and arrow in my hand, after a couple of shots, I managed to hit the animal targets. And I was very young at this point. I think it was the first time alone on a festival indoor, like in a village, where my parents were away and there was like a market or so, and the hunting club had like a station where you could use bow and arrow to shoot on animal targets. Not real animals. You think? It was a village fest. I would have never let real animals near that. And I would have never killed a real animal. I say it again, I could never hurt a fly. Just have this weird interest in stuff like that. Just want to know how everything works. It was a puppet filled with hay or something. I don't actually know with what it was filled. But some sort of stuffing it was filled. That I shot on a target used for practice. It wasn't even a realistic size. It was a little deer. It looked like a grown-up deer, but would have probably the size of a fresh-born one at max. So chill, guys. Chill. Please. I did not kill a deer. Did you not listen? I feel like I'm talking to a wall. If I played Pokemon, Peter won't be happy about that already. But I'm not telling Peter if you don't tell them. Should I tell you more facts? Or did I already gross you out too much? Yeah, I played nearly every part. Including Pokemon Ranger and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. There we go. That's how we get up there. So, what else? Did I tell you another fact, or are you grossed out enough? I mean, I have to entertain you while you're in the hospital, right? Okay. I don't know how it is in your country, but in Germany, we at least, like if you cook a big meal, you sometimes use like bigger parts of animals, like chickens or so, to cook a soup. Or my grandma serves a rabbit on Christmas, or the day after Christmas. Exactly now. He serves it, but it was very tasty. And I love to observe the bone structure. Like after the stuff is cooked, and you like have to cut it for the soup, or you eat it if it's the rabbit. I love to just try to puzzle together the bones. And try to figure out which bone is which bone and like what does it represent. Because often if you have cooked it, or better, if your grandmother have cooked it, you don't actually know what part you're eating, right? I mean, she could tell you, but you probably won't recognize. At least not on first glance. So I then go ahead and try to puzzle it together. And the first time I ate rabbit, and the last time I ate rabbit, I had like a big bit of the back spine. And I had like a lot of little bones from the back. It was very interesting because I knew how it looks like if you have a chicken and you have a chicken leg. What? I'm not allowed to eat meat? Am I not allowed to eat meat? I love animals way more than I like humans. So... how do I get up there? Honestly, I have no clue. Horsey, I need your help. Where are you? Thank you. If Peter comes down to me because I eat meat, then I'm sorry. Peter have... so you sold? Eat a dog or a cat? I haven't eaten a dog or a cat yet because that's weird. That are pets. But I have eaten horse and rabbit. And pigtails, which is probably weird for most people. And sausage made out of a big part of blood? Probably not, because that are pets to me. But it always depends on the situation. If there's like nothing else to eat, I would rather eat a dog or a cat before I starve myself to death. But eating a dog or a cat would be pretty inefficient. Especially if there are still horses around. Which count also as a pet for most people, but they have way more meat on it. It would make way more sense to eat them. Like, I draw the line of animals I would eat on a regular or daily basis. Somewhere between horses and rabbits and cats and dogs. If you bring in anything smaller than cats and dogs, we really have to like draw a line because it's just not worth killing them for the meat. Everything you could make out of something smaller is probably a soup. At best. Oh, you would need a whole lot to just feed a couple of people. And I know they can also be pets, but for me, they are food animals. And there's a difference between a rabbit hold for meat and a rabbit that you hold as a pet. Do what you have to do. But I will tell your sister all about how to farm wheat. I might even go on my other account, buy a maxed out wheat hoe and give it to her so she can do it. Maybe I even will buy an armor set. I should have more than enough money on my... Ah, your brother is threatening me, so I'm threatening him. He's not happy about that I draw my line about animals I eat after rabbits and horses. He says he will hunt me down with Peter because of stuff that I share. He asks, he wants to know more, but he should live with his decision. Yeah, I was saying that if he wants to hunt me down, I will give you a maxed out wheat hoe, which is the best tool to farm wheat, and a maxed out farming armor, just so you can be more efficient. With that, you should be able to farm wheat worth 2 or 3 millions every 20 minutes. Well, then I have to give your sister the armor. I'm sorry. No, I'm not really sorry. I say I'm sorry, but I'm not really sorry. Oh, Brett, did you know that there are more than one JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? There are like a couple of seasons. You might want to check them out. Just so you know, can watch it together. We don't want that he gets bored, right? Like, how the hell did you get so much wheat? It takes me forever to get that much. And I have a maxed out set. Or nearly maxed out set. Yeah, there are like a couple of seasons. I could look for a whole set for a list and give it to you. God, it takes me the entire stream and I haven't even cleared out this area. Did I send you the list? I am surprised. I need like 64 tightly tied hay balls, which are around about, I don't know, 100 enchanted hay balls. Let me check for you. Let me check for you. JoJo's Adventure all season. I think I know at least 4 seasons. Jonathan Joestar, nicknamed Jojo. Ooh, they are on Netflix. But who wants to hunt me down? Do we get a list of all? Oh no, there's a season 5. Even 5 seasons. I want you all will do that, but you did not stop. Which one did I watch? The when? Wonder. There are 5 seasons apparently even. Which is weird, they only show 4. I mean, I would know another series that you could watch to torture him, but I'm not sure if that's a good season to watch in a hospital. And it wouldn't be actually torture if I recommend that one. One Piece, no, don't believe him. One Piece is like, it's famous. He does not hate One Piece. Don't believe him. He said the only anime he actually watched when we talked about Black Butler, it's like the one that he mainly watches is One Piece, and he wants to finish One Piece first before he starts Black Butler. So... nope. Do you want that I recommend the bad stuff, Benjamin? Do you really want that I start recommending the bad stuff? I would actually feel a bit bad if I would recommend that one. But... especially because I haven't watched it myself. I barely dodged it because I was smart enough to look it up first. But there would also be Poco no Pico. I'm pretty sure your brother will hate you and you will be probably traumatized. But that is always an alternative. If you really want to traumatize him. No, actually, don't watch Boku no Pico. It's one thing watching something you don't like, it's another thing watching that. It's not good. It's about a grown man and boys. And that's all I say. That's all I know, and that's all I ever want to know about that. No, Brad, honestly, don't do that one. Really, look it up first. You will understand that that's not a show that you should watch. I have no clue how they got the rights, how anyone got the rights to play that in a Western area without people going against it. So that was just a joke, believe me, that. Do I have to look up this one and tell if it's actually bad? That one is a weird one. It's about gambling. It's like a bit psycho horror. I wouldn't say it's a bad one. I liked it. It was a bit of creepy sometimes. And there's also a lot of domestication. Like, who doesn't have enough money is sometimes lower than a pet for the rich people there. But it has still an interesting plot line. Do you want to make him cry? Maybe? Then I would have some for you. You wanna make your brother cry. I would have a few recommendations of weird or sad ones. But I don't know Benjamin's taste, so maybe he likes some of them. Yep. One of the ones where you cry if your heart is not of stone. I haven't watched it because I didn't want to cry. Is Promised Neverland. Ooh, how is he with like psycho horror, like actual horror, not jump scare horror, like horror. And there would be how is it called? Maybe, yeah, no. Parasite is actually horror. Oh man, Crybaby is just horror of animation. I don't think it's good, but bloody. If you ask why I am like I am, Benjamin, it's probably about which animes I watched as a child. You can test it with Promised Neverland. Higurashi, thank you. If you want to creep him out and at the same time want to make him question his life choices, then they would be Higurashi. I don't know where you can watch it actually. I have to watch the second season. Well, that's also a way. But that one is terrifying. Like, warning, you have to be okay with actually torture. With people killing themselves, with seeing people burn. With children going berserk. If you want to... Wait, how is it called? How is it called? Now it's one of these, but which one? Maki Madoka. If you want that he regrets every life choice, just try to read this plot. I got forced to watch it and I have no clue what the plot was. The name, that was Higurashi. That one. But it's really confusing. Because it has like... It's put in like storylines. And you have like 2 question storylines and one resolving. Oh wait, you don't see what I see. I was showing pictures and everything. Damn. There are like 4 question arcs and then one solution arc where you get like the solution of what happens in one of the previous arcs. And in the end there's like a solution arc for the entire thing. You know you have good friends if they help you hide a body, by the way. So I learned a lot about torture in this arc with this person. That is all Higurashi. Higurashi no Nakukoro ni go. Or Higurashi when they cry. That is torturing here. Hey, Olivia, look away. The series are nothing for you. You're too young for that. If you want to watch that. Then we have here Madoka Magica. Which it's freaking, it's weird. And it has a lot of seasons. I have no clue what it was about. Then if you want to cry, there would be Promised Netherland. Up and left. What do you mean with up and left? Up and left? What? Bye, Olivia. That one or what? That is just character. What's the series? I have no clue what you mean with betting. Which row? 1, 2, or 3? But the pictures are all about Higurashi. Eating? I have no clue what you mean. Eating? I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm using up all my snoozes because I don't want to give you another ad before I end stream. So hurry up. Left. Up or down? This one. For what? Like I said, it's all just Higurashi. Crying would be that, or... No. Wolf's Rain. That one was it. That one I actually watched and I cried like a lot. Like a lot. I watched it in public. My parents thought I went crazy. It's an old one. So. I don't know when it came out. 2003? But it's a good one. Ooh, which... Yeah, probably not. I'm pretty sure not. Are you sure that he doesn't lie to you again? Because Demon Slayer is like one of the most famous ones right now out there. It's one of the best newcomers, you could say. Look just at these pictures. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm pretty sure he doesn't hate it. And if he hates, he really doesn't have any taste. Because I love it and I hope at some point. So, as he did not lie that he hates Death Note. Tell me the truth, Benjamin. Do you really hate? Oh, hey, Winter Storm. So much, but it's such a good one. I mean, okay, I only watched season 1, but it's such a goodie. I love that one so much. Maybe it's one of these old school people who say computer animation is not real animation. But I think it fits really good and they just gave the animator so much way to play around. It's awesome. Just look at this fighting scenes. Enemies we can use to torture Benjamin. I said if you want to make him cry, you should watch Promised Neverland or Wolf's Rain. If you want to complain about every life choice, you should watch Magi Madoka Magica. Because I have today no clue what's about. Apparently he likes that one, so that's out. I thought maybe to scare him a bit. Wolf's Rain is old school, so. But why? But even if you don't like the animation, the story is great. Which anime? I don't know the name. About the anime I'm thinking about where I cried like crazy. It was like with horns and weird thingies. It was a very sad one, so maybe I find it. Are you kidding me? Planet, I think I remember, was pretty sad. Don't worry. I haven't watched anything new. Oh no, not Planet. I didn't watch that one, I think. No, I don't think. How was it called? I can't remember. I don't come apart with Assassination Classroom because I stopped because I could not decide what I liked more. If the teacher dies and they save the world, or if the teacher survives and they just destroy the world. I could not figure out. I mean, sure, for the story. Oh yeah, that one was sad. That one was sad, Chrono Crusade. But it was a good one. Nope, I can't just. Elfenlied, that was it. That one was also sad. Tell me if you get him to cry with one of these. Serious. Yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is also sad, but way too long and it's way too good. He would just enjoy it. Angel Beats is supposed to be sad, but I don't think I ever got to the sad part. Anohana is really sad too, but I haven't watched it. I don't know them. Promise Netherlands is on the top 3 of sad animes, so... Yeah, I don't know the other one. So that's the top of the ones I have. Yeah. Well, they get there as further we went down this list, so... Another good one is... Helsing. That one doesn't make you cry, but it probably explains a lot why I am so weird. Because that's probably nothing you should watch as a child. And if he doesn't like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, probably because of the drawing style, he might have a problem with that one too, because as you see, they have a very specific drawing style. Nah, I haven't had time to watch animes in a very long time. Nor the energy. They might also be against this one. I'm not sure if that wasn't a lie. Oh, no, well, that could actually fit because it's pretty similar to JoJo's. Yeah, then it might also work with Helsing. It isn't as muscular, but you see it has a very expressional drawing style too. It seems like he actually had like problem with like muscle man. If he doesn't like JoJo and he doesn't like Baki. I never watched Baki myself because it's not like in a genre I wanna watch. You can't run away, that's the problem. I should really... Helsing, I have a funny story to it. I saved enough for 4 hours to watch it on Sylvester on New Year. But I never managed to watch it. So I have exactly 4 hours playtime from this left. But I probably should start at the beginning because I have no clue how it started. Well, as always, I'm glad to hear from your adventures how you torture him today. And then, remember guys, tomorrow is FNAF Day. We will continue playing The Killer in Purple. And after that, it's Minecraft again. So, if you're interested, I can then show you my farm designs and everything. And yeah, I hope you guys liked today's stream. We had a bit of excuse. A game you recommend at max plus 12. Let me check. Three. Sort by reason. Can I sort by what I have played? Probably not. Plus 12. Assassin's Creed is 16. Bioshock is 18. Cube Escape is fun, but it's a puzzle game. Cult of the Lamp is fun. It's pretty new and it doesn't have a pretty long story. You can play it through in a couple of days. I think that one is like also plus 16. Because I never managed to beat it myself. Ooh, what is Devil May Cry? Let me check. Because Devil May Cry is actually a pretty good game. Let me check real quick. Yeah, not that. Parent reviews. Age plus 12. It's safe. Or review. Oh, well, never mind. My parent says age plus 14. But then that's out. Dishonored is probably also 16 at least. They talk about drug and death. Skyrim, without blood, Skyrim would be 12, I heard. In America, it's supposed to be 12, but here it's 16. Fallout is 16. FNAF, I mean, out of some weird reason, the murderous animatronics are for 12 and below. I do not know why. The thing is, I didn't really play games before I was 16, though a lot of games I have. Because if you want, and yeah, you don't really know enemies, you said, so that's not as fun. For you, it's just grell girlies. For everyone who knows enemies, it's just like, it's the ultimate troll and like cliche stuff. Like, you put on glasses and it's like the perfect hiding thingy. Or like sometimes you fight Mario pipes or stuff. It's just a entire meme game, the entire series. That's probably 16. That's probably 16. Plus 12 is really hard for me. Slime Ranger, I don't know what you like. Slime Ranger is it's a fun game if you just want to relax a bit. It's pink, it's grell, and you hatch slimes. There's not much lore behind it. The lore which is behind is kind of sad, honestly. But it's just a fun game. Well, I only tried this one. I want to play the second one at some point, but I haven't had the chance yet. Satisfactory, if you like that stuff. It gets too complicated for me. I want to make it perfect first try, and that just doesn't work. What the hell is the white door? Oh, that's the Rusty Lake one, right? Which I heard is good, but you have pretty, like, a lot of compatibility problems. The new, like, of PCs nowadays. It could never get further than the first chapter because then it just crashes. Empire is a really good one, but surely not for below 12. Thief? Maybe, but I don't think so. Yeah, no way. Not appropriate for all ages. I think that's still the best, yeah, 18. Best thing you can put in, just put a random number in it that's higher than the actual year. And you get through. It's the best feature to keep children out from buying it. 6? Probably not. He curses a lot and there's a lot of blood. 16, yeah. Stardew Valley, it's fun if you like farming sims. Space Engineers. If you but that's one you should play with friends, because alone it's just getting too much. I tried to play it alone, but it just took too long to like grind up stuff, and it's like mostly player interactive. There's not really much you can do without other players. I mean, you can build, but there's nothing to interact with. And there are some pirate ships, but as long as you're like on a planet, it doesn't really matter. So it depends if you... Oh no, wait, never mind. Age rating 16 and they don't show it. Forget it. That's a hard one, below 12. Yeah, Save Not. I have no clue about Neighbor. Risen Dark Waters? Probably not. Oh, I really should play that. I never managed to play that one because it was too hard when I bought it. Oh no, that one is actually... Okay, I have a recommendation for you. If you're fine with older games... and games where you have actually like look after that you kill as many enemies as possible because they do not respawn and they only respawn sometimes if you change chapters. So if you don't kill all of them in the first chapters, you might miss some XP. I don't know how devastating it will be in the end. I never got to that part because it was freaking me out like a lot. But the Risen franchise is pretty good. It's decently hard. I don't know how it is now for me because I improved a lot since I played these games. And I mean a lot, games that I couldn't even like get past the first chapter I now finished. And here I got actually like mid-game or so. That might be actually different. But it's like a fantasy, it's a fantasy world, but not something with high magic. And there's a bit of magic, but not high magic stuff. And you're like just a rando that like ended up on this island. You have a few spells if you go the magic way, but it's not something like, I don't know, elves and stuff. It has like, I think 3 parts. I never played Risen 3, so I don't know how that is. I can't say it. I also don't remember how it was in Risen 2. I know in Risen 1 you actually had to go around and kill as many enemies as soon as possible if you want to get the maximum amount of XP, which at some times is pretty hard. And if you like Risen, then the Gothic universe might also be one. But I don't remember which part, but one of the parts is so buggy that you can barely play it. But it's like an older version of Risen. It's pretty similar as far as I've seen it from the system. And it would also be used cut 12. So yeah, but that are old games. Like, they were old when I bought them. They were old probably when my teacher played them, who recommended me the games. I actually should play Risen again. I have to rebuy it because I don't think I have the DVD, it's CD anymore. It's just 14 bucks. I could rebuy it. Or the whole bundle with like Risen 3. Maybe that would be a game we could play on stream actually. It's a lot of choice based too, so depending on which faction you choose, which people you help or upset, it changes quite a bit in the way you have to play. I don't remember much about Risen 1, but you could like choose between like a magic faction and like a fighting faction, whatever. But I know in Risen 2 you had to like choose between like guns and voodoo. It was quite interesting. Voodoo was hard to play because you were so a glass cannon. Could do a lot of damage, but as soon as you were out of mana, you were just done. Well, and Hogwarts is probably also 12. Yeah, Hogwarts, this one is also good if you have a strong enough PC. But I think that's obvious. Even though they had a lot of hate in the beginning and a lot of streamers weren't sure if to play it. I'd say it. I played it a few days after release. I haven't finished it yet because I didn't have the time for it. And I was too much busy hunting shiny creatures. But that one is also a good one. There are a lot of mods out there that if you want to play multiplayer, there are pretty good mods out for that. If you want to go a bit rogue and kill people with, you know, with curses, there are mods for all of that stuff. But it takes pretty long to like get to the actually good stuff of the magical beasts. My opinion. But yeah. Yeah, I have to go to bed now. Well guys, thanks for watching. I hope you like the 2x courses in my library and into my anime watching history. I see you guys tomorrow and have a great night. Bye.